morning everyone, I am Keshav Gandhi and welcome to my TED Talk. Ever since I was a young boy, I have been fascinated by the world of finance. No, not just the money part, though I won't lie, that seems interesting too. I was curious how small ideas turn into massive businesses and how value is created from the most ordinary things. And how money, this invisible force, walks around silently, shaping our lives, our future, and even our past. Luckily, I wasn't just a curious outsider. I had front row seats. Both my parents come from finance background. My mother is a chartered accountant and my father is a cost and management accountant. So naturally, I grew up in a household surrounded in numbers. Numbers everywhere. On screens, in conversations, on kitchen countertops, scribbles on bills and budgets, and other places too. I didn't just hear the conversations, I listened. They weren't just any background noises, they were lessons. So when it came to choosing an academic path after class 10th, the choice was clear. Commerce wasn't just a stream, it was a calling. But truthfully, it wasn't always this clear. Before class 10, school felt like routine. I studied because I had to. Subjects like Hindi and chemistry made no sense to me. I felt disconnected. It wasn't that I had anything against the subjects, I just couldn't understand how they fit in the world where I was growing up in. Nothing seemed to click until I entered the world of commerce. Everything started to make sense. I was studying about balance sheets, income statements, financial statements, how GDP works, how businesses grow, how nations create wealth. It was like I was given an instruction manual for the real world. It was like understanding the blueprint of how life works. Commerce opened up pathways to places I didn't even know existed. I was solving real life problems using financial mathematics and analyzing news articles not just as a student, but as a mini economist. I wasn't just studying commerce, I was living it. Now, let's address this elephant in the room, the stereotype. People think commerce students are here only because they couldn't handle science, or they have a family business waiting for them, or they just couldn't fit in anywhere else. And yes, sometimes there's a bit of truth in these stereotypes, but not for the reason people think. It's not that commerce is easy or less serious. It's just how the society perceives it. We are often underestimated. The first ones to be blamed for a noisy classroom and the last ones to be taken seriously. But behind this image are students with ambitions. Ambitions of becoming accountants, financial advisors, economists, entrepreneurs. Students who are just as hardworking and ambitious as anyone else. And I can confidently say that because I'm one of them. Now let's talk about balance. No, not just the balance sheets. Though yes, I do love those too. I mean balance in life. We live in a world surrounded by distractions. Social media, group chats, endless scrolling, peer pressure, FOMO. And I won't pretend I'm immune to any of it. I love my school life. I love joking around with my friends. I like to have a nice weekend. And yes, I've pulled a few harmless pranks too. But here's what I've learned. Balance isn't optional, it's essential. Because without joy, there is no energy to chase our goals. Without friends, there is no one to talk to when life gets hard. And without little moments of fun, it is impossible to stay focused. Balance isn't about being perfect, it's about knowing your priorities. And I learned mine early. I want to become a chartered accountant. My goal is my compass, my North Star, the reason I stay focused even when distractions surround me. Now I'll be honest, I'm not a student who follows the strict 5 am routine or studies 10 hours a day or underlines every line in the book. But here's what I have consistency. I make sure I move forward every day, step by step, day by day. My motto, life is a rat race and we have to keep running whether we like it or not. But here comes the twist. Running blindly doesn't work. You need to find a rhythm, a strategy, a pace that works for you. And I found mine in late night study sessions. When the world goes silent, no background noises, no phones buzzing, just silence, just focus, just me and my thoughts uninterrupted. Now here's what else I've learned, the hard way. Ignoring stress doesn't make it go away. There was a time when I had everything in me, expectations, fear of failure, pressure. I kept everything inside me. And slowly, it started affecting everything. My motivation, my goal, My marks. And that's when I understood the importance of having someone to talk to, a friend, a confidant, someone who doesn't judge, just listens. School can get overwhelming, and sometimes saying I'm not okay can make all the difference. Today, I'm doing well, not because I've mastered everything, but I've learned what works for me. I found a goal that excites me, a rhythm that keeps me moving, and the courage to be honest when life gets hard. So if you ask me, how do you balance it all? How do you perform well in school and still enjoy your life? Here's my answer. You don't need to sacrifice your social life to do well in school. You just need to balance your priorities, just like we balance our books. And always remember this, just like in commerce, if the balance doesn't match, something's missing. Thank you.